We are going to be playing a 30 Soulstone game of Malifaux here, so we're going to take you through the setup sequence of Malifaux. We've already determined our encounter size, which is the first step, so we'll be playing 30 Soulstones. The next step is to declare a faction, and I will be playing Outcast this game.
I'm Rez's.
All right. Encounter location, we have a river runs through it map here.
Do some flag fishing.
And deployment type. We will flip for that. Here is the flip. 8, which will make it standard deployment here, so 6 inches off the edge of the board. And now we will determine our strategies. So we're going to be playing an expanded encounters game. So we'll flip to see if we're individual or shared here. A 7, that will make us individual strategies.
Okay. Hang on, let me pause back. But that's what happened. Okay, so contained power is basically I score 2 victory points if your opponent's leaders are no longer in the game at the end of the counter, or I score 4 if all your opponent's leaders are no longer in the game at the end of the encounter. So I went with some heavy hitting stuff. Well, heavy hitting for what Molly can bring. So, first thing I bought was the Rogue Necromancy. Molly, of course. I took a Necromantic Machine, 1 Dead Doxy, 1 Rotten Bell, and Madam Sybil. I can hear Morrissey playing.
That was a 0.
Seriously, can you hear it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
That's a sign. It's a sign from God that I'm going to win.
Okay, so I destroy the evidence and I declared Outcast, so I decided to go with the Victorias here, because they're a pretty fast, hard-hitting crew. I think they'll be a good counter to Paul's strategy. With them, I took 10 Thunder's Brother.
I've never seen that.
I took Frycore Trapper because he can deploy after everything else 12 inches away from an objective, so he's going to be my objective runner here. And I took 3 Ronin because Ronin are awesome, and they are especially awesome with the Victorias.
Nice. Okay. So step 2.
So now we will choose our schemes.
Scheme time. Okay.
For the uninitiated, schemes are the secondary objectives that you get to pick.
That's right.
So we will, here you go, Paul. Here's
I need a Rezer one. Yeah. Okay, so when you're playing a game of Malifaux, I got all my models out here. Jake was mentioning that the next step is we pick our schemes. So these are like secondary mission objectives. I picked a Resurrectionist specialty scheme called, I can't read it from that angle, Army of the Dead, and I have to announce that. My other scheme, I get +1 victory points if I announce it, so I'm going to go ahead and announce Frame for Murder, okay? Alright, and then I'll let Jake pick his schemes. And we'll take a look at Jake's models while we're at good detail.
Okay.
Alright, while we look at your crew, very nice.
So
go ahead.
I took 2 Outcast specific schemes. The first one I took is Gather Soulstones. So I have to try to end the game with more Soulstones in my cache than Paul has. And I also took First Blood, which is the Victoria's specific scheme. And I will get 2 points if the first 2 models killed during the game were Paul's models.
Alright.
We'll see how it goes.
I sense it's going to be bad. So next step.
Next step is we are going to flip to see who deploys first. So here's my flip. And
Flips a 9.
Paul flipped a 5.
Flipping a lot of crows.
So I am going to go ahead and let Paul deploy first.
Alright.
After this, we'll reshuffle our decks, and then we'll come back for the start of the first turn.
Wait, you have Destroy Evidence, right?
I do, yeah. So
Doesn't that have to
put
be
my evidence counters out.
before I deploy, right?
Yep.
Okay. So for Jake's mission, he has Destroy Evidence. He's got this evidence counter, the thing of weapons, barrel of soulstones, and the magic mushroom thing. And so he has to spend was it 1 activation?
Yep.
Yeah, 1 activation
to destroy the evidence.
Okay. And I'm going to set up. And so here's my deployment I'm going with a block because Molly gets she gives movement bonus to everything in my army as long as they're within so many inches. So I'm going to try to stay around her, stay close to her. There's a lot of shooting. I should have took some stupid little dead kids, but I didn't. So we'll see how that goes. And now Jake is setting up. He's setting up like a gun line, looks like.
Alright, so I set up my two of my Ronin over here because they can ignore severe terrain, so I'll be able to walk right through this river here. I have my third Ronin and then my Vix next to each other, so they'll be able to companion. And then my 10 Thunders brother bringing up the backfield here. And now, since everything else is deployed, I can put this guy out. And he has a special ability called From the Shadows, which allows him to deploy 12 inches away from enemy models and objectives.
Right.
So I am going to plot him right here.
Usually we are. What? One of you is 1 and 2?
Okay. Alright, so we're about to start turn 1, looks like.
Yep.
We're ready to go. Flip for initiative. There's my crow. Okay.
Alright, 13, so I will be going first.
Right.
I'm going to activate this Cowgirl Ronin here, and I will use her first 1 action to move. She has the mobile ability, so she'll ignore the severe terrain here. So she'll move up 4 inches. And then every model gets 2 actions, so I am going to spend her second 1 action to move once more. She'll come up here just outside the river. And every model also gets 0 actions. However, the Ronin don't have any printed on their cards, so she will not take a 0 action, and it will be Paul's turn.
Okay. Rotten Bell. First action, she gets, if she's within 4, she gets +2 walk. So I'm gonna walk her 6. Oh wait, hang on, before I do that. I'm gonna companion with Madam. So, actually, that's not worth it. I'm just gonna walk her up 6. And let's see, I'll walk her up 1 more time. And since she's no longer in the bonus range, she'll just move up here. And
so for my second activation, I'm going to activate my sexy Ronin here. And she will use her first action to just move up straight forwards. And her second action, she will do the same, move up. She'll be just at the edge of that river. And that's all for her.
Okay. I'm going to activate the Rotten Bell, who gets, again, the +2 movement. Actually, Jake should be filming, but that's okay. So I'm going to go 7. That's okay. I'm going to go 7 here. So she moves 7, and then and she's still in the 4, so she can go 7 again. But I don't want to move her the full 7. Maybe I do. Yeah, I do. Let's try that. Okay. And she's going to use her 0 action. So this is going to be the first duel of the game.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to try to cast Inviting Approach.
All right.
And I'm going to need a casting cost of 13. My casting is 5.
So you need an 8 or higher to pull it
8 or higher, and I need a foot. Wow. And I failed. And wait a second. I think I get something when I cast that.
Yeah, you get +2 of books to your cast.
+2 of books.
Yep. So you're at a 7 of crows and tomes right now for your cast. So you're at 10 of crows, tomes, and masks.
So I'm gonna cheat that in.
There you go. So that will get it off. So you are at 19 for your cast.
Yeah.
And you're casting it on this this Ronin here?
Correct.
Okay. My Ronin has a willpower of 5.
Okay.
So I will flip. So 5 plus my 3, so I'm at 8 currently. And if I wanted to, I would have the opportunity to cheat fate. Don't tell Paul, this is my hand. I am, however, not going to do that, so the spell will go off, and Paul's Doxy will be able to move towards my Ronin there.
No, you move this. Oh, this model pushes its wand.
Yeah, it's a reverse lure.
Oh crap! I didn't know that. So I go 5, and then I think, don't I get a trigger when that happens? Because I already have the crow, right?
So now Paul gets to perform a ranged strike against my Ronin. So here's his flip. 6 of masks plus his CB of...
I'm using Clockwork Derringer, so I have a 4.
So he is at 10 currently. My Ronin has a defense of 5. So I'll come over here and flip. 5 plus my 2 puts me at 7. So I am going to have to go back to my hand here, and now I'm going to have to cheat a card.
Filming like a few seconds worth of stuff.
Oh, okay. Right. So Paul is at 12. I am going to cheat in a 9 to bring me to 14. And now Paul has an opportunity to cheat.
14? Yep. I'll go up to 15.
All right. So now we go to our combat total modifier, and a difference of 1 yields a negative flip. So Paul's flipping 2 cards, taking the least.
So I do 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage on the sexy Ronin. All right. Okay. I made my final Ronin here, and I will move her up once. And then I am going to try to take a shot at his dead Doxy. Okay. My pistol has a range of 10, so I've got you. So I have a CB of 4 on my pistol. That'll bring me to 15. And Paul, what's your defense on the Doxy?
Doxy's defense is 4. So I have 12. So I'm losing.
Paul will have the first opportunity to cheat fate by playing a card from his hand.
I'll let it go.
Okay. So 14 to 12 is a difference of 2, which yields another negative flip, and she has hard to win, correct?
Right. Stop looting.
Oh.
Right, there you go.
Okay. So I'm taking 3 cards, picking the lowest now, and 6 is my lowest card here, which is moderate damage, and that is 3 on the pistol.
Nice. I'm just going to walk 6, and I'm going to walk this way. I'm going to attempt, let's see, I'm going to cast Shriek on that same Ronin.
Okay.
12-inch range.
Yep.
Okay. And I have 17. I'm sorry, should put it right there.
Okay. So 17 for your cast, and it's resist defense, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll flip. Red Joker.
Oh, come on.
So I am at 19 on my defense, so that spell will fail.
Action to call Bell, which is the dead Doxy.
Any bell you want.
Any bell I want.
Yeah. Even Molly. Molly's a bell too.
Yeah, but I'm going to call the Doxy out of there.
So you need a 9 of masks to pull this one off.
So I fail.
Yep. So now Paul's going to his hand here, and he can play a card to change it. There we go. 10 of masks. That'll get it off.
So she pushes back 5. Towards Madam.
Yep. Very nice.
To his walk. So I'm just going to push right in between these 2 models. You can't physically fit, so that's about as far as he can go, right?
Yep.
He's going to cast
This is for Acid Breath.
Acid Breath.
And here is the casting flip.
It's a casting cost of 9, so that's I'm at 14.
Yep.
And I'll let that.
I am going to activate. She is going to spend her.
Go.
Okay. So this Victoria is going to spend her first activation to move up, and then she is going to use her second activation to use her 1 action, Sisters in Spirit, which will push this Victoria to within 3 inches of her. So she will pull her right up here, and that is her go.
Okay.
Sword Victoria Victoria is going to go now, and she will use her first action to move 3 to there, and then 2 right here. And then her second action will be used to Sisters in Spirit and pull her sister right up to there.
Nice.
And that is the Victorias.
And then what is the
that's severe right there. So
that's 3?
Yep. There you go. That's it. Okay, so all I have left is my trapper. He is going to move up once. And then he's going to try to shoot at the necrotic machine over there at Ponzo. He has a 16-inch range on his Clockwork Seeker. Nice.
And I'm at 9.
Okay, so I am going to cheat on that.
And I'll go to, what do you got, 12 versus 9? I'm going to let that go.
Okay, and I'm going to declare hard to wound 1, right?
Hard to wound 1.
Okay, so I'm going to be picking 3 cards, taking the lowest again, because and the lowest one is 3. So that is weak, which is just 1 damage.
Okay.
And then because I got my trigger, he will push 3 inches here. There we go.